of it. Were you on any that you're on right now?
No, Your Honor.
And if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be subject to immigration consequences. Do you understand that part?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mhm. To the charges of operating while visibly impaired and driving with the license suspended, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Anyone promise you anything other than what we just placed on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone threaten you in any way, shape, or form?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. On or about January 19th, 2025, were you operating a motor vehicle at the vicinity of McGregor and Williams Ave here in Ypsilanti Township, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you operating that motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
While you were operating that motor vehicle, were you under the influence of alcohol?
Um, yes, Your Honor.
You're pausing.
Yes, Your Honor. I, I didn't know, I never just found out my, how much I had in my system, but yeah, I was drinking. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The attorneys are going to give me that information, okay? I
Yeah,
always ask because I
yeah.
found over the years that people don't really know those numbers. So, um, was there blood alcohol content?
Yes, Judge, the BAC in this case is 0.132.
And defense stipulates to that, Your Honor.
Thank you. And sir, at the time you were operating, were you also your license revoked, denied, or suspended?
Um, yes, Your Honor, but I didn't know about it. But
Uh,
yes, they were.
which one?
I think it was suspended, Your Honor.
Thank you. I find that there's a factual basis for the pleas, and I'm going to accept your pleas today. Are you satisfied that I've met the courtroom, Ms. Woods?
Yes, Judge.
Defense is also satisfied.
Mm. We're going to schedule sentencing for this matter on August 28th, 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m. So you should contact the probation department, and I'm going to give you the phone number to everybody on the call at this time to contact the probation department. So everybody should write it down. Let me know when you have a pen, please, Mr. James.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
734
Sorry.
43 73 36.
I'm sorry, I missed the number.
Um,
734. I got
four-
and four.
483.
Oh, 483. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you need to call the probation department tomorrow after 9 o'clock a.m. and they will schedule a time for you to have an alcohol assessment done if one needs to be done, and give you a date and time for you to have your PSI interview so that you can be prepared for sentencing on August 28th at 10 o'clock a.m., okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, bond will continue. Sir, do not violate bond again. I'm really seriously taking into consideration that you are in treatment and that you're following and abiding by those particular steps and foundations that they're providing to you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Yep, thank you.
Mhm. The court will call the matter of the state of Michigan versus Cadavian White, case number 25 FB 1125.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Christina Costantino appearing with and on behalf of Mr. White. Mr. White, can you unmute and state your name for the court?
Cadavian White.
Thank you. We're here for a pretrial.
Yes, Judge, this is a date and time set for a pretrial. I have had some discussions with the prosecution about potential resolutions of this case. I do believe we need a bit more time to continue those discussions on this case. I did meet with APA Rachel McDuffie earlier this week and discuss the case in great detail. And I do believe we could use a bit more time to further those conversations. So we would be asking for another pretrial in this matter.
Pretrial will be adjourned to August 28th, 2025 at 9:00 a.m. Bond will continue if there's nothing further.
And Judge, I apologize. I'm actually going to be in a homicide trial on the 28th. Is there a different date that's possible?
Does the 14th work for you?
Yes, the 14th would work for me.
We'll put this on August 14th.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. We'll
Thank you.
see.
Have a good one.
The court will call the case of the state of Michigan versus NU Asha Streeter, case number 21S00352.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Allison Muller here on behalf of Inuasha Streeter.
Thank you.
Yasha Streeter.
Thank you, Mr. Streeter. Good morning. We're here today for a violation of probation.
Violation.
Let me see. Yes, it's. Is it what now? A review. Okay, the report says violation. All right, it's a review, not a violation. All right. Have you had a chance to go over the report with your client?
Yes, we have, Your Honor. It looks like everything is good, and Mr. Streeter plans to make a full payment by Friday.
About that full payment by Friday, can I split that in half? Pay half of it Friday, then pay half of it on the 7th?
Yes, sir. So you started your community service.
Yeah, I'm all done with the community service and the clash.
You did the ABR retail theft program
Yes.
already?
Yes, the probation officer said he already got it, so I didn't have to send it over to him. But if I have to send it over, I can send it over to you.
Oh, you know what? I'm reading a report from June. That is why this looks confusing. All right. Is there a report for today?
Judge, I had one emailed to me yesterday. If you don't have it, I can send it over.
All right. Can you just tell me what the recommendation is?
One moment. I believe it was just to continue to make more payments. It looks like he is let me see. Yeah, make payments towards fines and costs, and then another review in 45 days.
Right,
Yeah.
because he'll be eligible for discharge in September. Is that correct, Mr. Pat? Good morning. First of all, Mr. Pappenhagen, are you present?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm present.
He'll be eligible for discharge in September. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So he's completed everything he needs to do. He just needs to pay his fines and costs.
That is correct.
So I put him on non-reporting on March 6th. So he's eligible for early discharge as of today. Is that correct?
Judge, I know he's I believe he pled under HIDA, so would he have to pay all those fines and fees to get his HIDA status granted?
One second. He did plead under HIDA, but we're going to have to put him on HIDA because at the time it wasn't a part of the recommendation. So defendant needs to be placed on HIDA.
All right, let's talk about that. The hearing for Jacob James continued with a formal plea entry and gave us another clear look at how Magistrate Hillary Braley runs a courtroom: focused, firm, but willing to listen. James entered guilty pleas to operating while visibly impaired and driving with a suspended license charges tied to a January 2025 incident. Braley walked him through the rights he was waiving, step by step, making sure nothing was glossed over. She even paused when James hesitated about his alcohol level, giving him space to clarify rather than pressuring him. That's a small thing, but it shows a courtroom more interested in truth than speed. The facts were straightforward. James admitted to driving under the influence and acknowledged that his license was suspended, even though he wasn't fully aware of the status at the time. Prosecutor Tiffany Woods provided the back 0.132 well above the limit on. The defense stipulated to it. James didn't argue. He accepted responsibility and gave clear, consistent answers. Braley found the factual basis solid and accepted his plea, setting a sentencing date for late August. She even dictated the number for probation and made sure James wrote it down correctly again. A simple but thoughtful gesture to avoid miscommunication. What stood out most was the tone. There wasn't any grandstanding from the bench, no scolding, speeches, or courtroom dramatics. Instead, we saw quiet accountability. James didn't try to shift blame. He showed up, took ownership, and followed instructions right down to repeating back the probation department number. That might not make for a dramatic viral clip, but it's exactly the kind of conduct courts are designed to support. And Braley didn't let the opportunity slip. She reminded him firmly that his bond violations were serious, but noted his current treatment efforts and kept his bond in place, reinforcing that progress matters. If anything, this hearing was a reminder that the system can work as intended when everyone does their part. The judge, guiding the process, the attorneys, setting the record straight, and the defendant stepping up. Simple, steady justice. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.